Welcome everybody, Steve here. Well, today I'm actually doing a reno on my own home. I'm doing the back entrance, and it's one of the last little spots that need to be done, when it comes to flooring. I did the rest of it years ago, and of course, you got to use your back entrance, so you just keep putting it off. Well, we got some nice weather now, so what I want to do is get her done. It won't take very long. And I'm going to go with just the vinyl, well, not vinyl planking, but it's, basically vinyl tile. And that's what I'm going to lay down. So first of all, what we have to do is we got to deassemble this, get rid of the old stuff. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that will just put a subfloor over top of this or glue some tile on top of it. That's, in my opinion, that's still kind of shoddy. Just get rid of it and then it's gone. And you don't know if, the subfloor is a little moldy underneath there or anything like that, but when you pull everything up, you're going to know that you got a really good base and everything's good, and then you can sleep at night. This is the worst part of the whole job. I just hate taking stuff apart, but we will. So I've got some baseboard I got to take off over here, and then I got to figure out what we have in here for subfloor, and the best way to do that is just to take the threshold off of here, and then we can see what we got going on. So let's get started. One more screw here. I'm probably in the way. But the brass is coming back. I think this threshold is upside down. Should go like that. But that doesn't matter. Yeah, what do we got now? Huh. Looks like they went right over top of the plywood here. This all has to come off here. So that means I got to scrape all this stuff off. Yummy. Okay, I'll get a knife, cut this, and we'll start stripping lino. That's still concrete there, so you're gonna have to kind of come up with a bit of a plan for that, I think. Even putting a piece of drywall up against there will still keep things a little bit warmer. Probably in your way. That's going to be a lot of fun painting that underneath there. Well, there's no easy way to get this stuff off other than scraping it. Well, you could hire somebody, but you get one of these scrapers. I got this one from the flooring wholesaler, and they work great. Get it started. Somebody put a couple of staples in there. I'm just getting it started. In order to do it nice and easy, I got to get in your way. Oh man, that's ugly. But we are going to put a subfloor on here, so it won't be too bad. Once you're in the right position, it's not too bad. One thing you want to make sure you're wearing some gloves, because on the end here, that'll wear a quick blister. Or don't wear a glove and just wait for the lesson to happen. Watch too, you know, this is it's a fairly modern day lino, but you got some of that old stuff. Could be some asbestos in there, so be careful. Get it tested. Hopefully it doesn't come back positive. Oh. Or you may end up hiring somebody to take it out. Have to cut along the bottom of the steps there. Now if this had some subfloor underneath it, I just pull the subfloor up at the same time, and basically what I'll do is just cut there and you break your subfloor. I'll show you what tool I use for that. I use a roof rake for pulling floors. Works pretty good. Now I'm going to leave the steps. My whole thinking here is I'm going to go hardwood, kind of the same as this. I still have some left over. Okay, that's all stapled in. I'm just going to take the one riser off, because the plan is to paint the risers and everything. I really don't like it when there's hardwood everywhere, just on the steps. But that's completely up to you. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Wow. I have to lay down on the job here. Well, this is turning out to be quite unfun. Quite a few layers of stuff on here. I'll show you in a bit, but I'm going to cover, probably put a piece of wood, like thin veneer plywood or something on there, something that I could paint. Now to get everything started, I just used one of these tools. I think it's like one of the best tools in the whole world. I got them everywhere. In my truck. Let's see if this will work now. It's really hard to get the leverage. There we go. Now I can get in here. And you can see the remnants of past lives here. Okay, you just pulled off this carpet right here, and now I gotta cut my transition. So I drew a bit of a cartoon here, and I've got to notch it because I've got to go over this rail, come back to the end here. So over here we're going to do a 45, so that it comes back into the wall. I think you guys can see that. I'll give you a close-up when we get a little bit closer to getting that in there. So I'll show you the, well, when we get into the shop, I'll show you what bullnose that I've got. Now, do this 45 over here. Some people will, you know, maybe cut it and then put a bend in there. That's rookie. That looks like a relative fixed it up for you. So go 45, it looks way more professional. Anyway, we have here. Okay, I'm gonna head into the shop, cut this. So the profile of the nosing has to look like this. So what I'm going to do, so this lip here, the stair slopes like this. So I got to figure out how far this lip needs to be. And I'm just going to go a little bit bigger, and then I'll just slowly bring it down so that I don't undercut it. If that makes any sense. And I'll cut this at a 45. Okay, I'm going to go in and check and see if I have to do any modifying. Well, you can just keep on tuning up your bullnose with a grinder, but I prefer to use a sander. It's a lot more zen and maybe a little bit easier to use. I'm just cutting the 45 there for the bullnose to go into the wall. It only needs to be about 1.5 inches long, but it's going to be some angles there. So we'll just have to take our time with this one. So on my little piece here to finish, it's going to look like this. So I just got to take my time and cut that out. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm just going to show you how to choose your transition or your bullnose like this one. Now basically this is a 1/2 inch. Now I want to put a subfloor down, and I used to be able to buy 5/16 good one-side plywood. I can't find it anymore, but they've got this particle board, and it's exactly 5/16. And if I have it with the thickness of my vinyl plank here, or vinyl tile, and put it on there, you can see that it's just about perfect. Not exactly perfect yet. So then what I'll do is I'll just take and use my router probably, and just the thickness of this extrusion here, grind that out. This will come down, and that will be absolutely perfect. Now, it's nice when your transitions work that way. And basically what you have to do, you got your flooring, your transition, or your bullnose in this case, and then you pick the subfloor that's going to work. It's going to be nice. And this is the one that I have for my hardwood as well, so it's the same. Now all it is left to do is install this. Now typically what I'll do is nail it in. You've got a couple different options here. We're going to glue it with some PL. And I'm going to set this in. It'll get glued, and then I'm just going to hit it with my air nailer. Now, if you don't have an air nailer, just put a screw in there to hold everything down till the glue sets. And then you just take the screws out. Alright, we don't want a ton of glue here. We just need a little bit. Anything that's residual, we'll just scrape it off. Not a big deal. Now it's important to glue your transitions. You know what? You're gonna step on these things 100,000 times. So I think it's pretty good that you glue them down. Don't just put a nail in there and call it good. Just gonna pull off this plastic here, so I won't be able to get to it. Make sure I don't get any of that PL on my pants. And we'll glue on this little chunk on the end here. Make sure you got a piece of cardboard when you're working with glue. It always seems to just flow out for some reason. Now you don't want to bend this in. You know what I mean? Like let's say you got a bit of a bow here. Try and keep this as straight as you can because your flooring is straight. So you don't need too many nails. Every 6 inches or so. Happy with that?